We had earlier this summer, so we had a billboard up in
Yeah.
no, yeah, we had a billboard up in Hamilton, got taken down, and then we got debanked this summer from one of the banks that we bank with, like ARPA Canada,
Okay. Which bank?
Canadian Western Bank.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did an interview with Ezra Levant, Rebel News,
Yeah.
and it was great, good interview. He kind of threw a curveball towards the end, but I think I navigated it, and I was like, okay, I think that went well. And like an hour later, they call me and they're like, "You never guess what happened? Like the whole file was corrupted somehow. We're not sure what happened, but we got to do it again." So we had to redo the whole interview,
Wow.
like 15-minute conversation, and oh man, so
The
yeah,
reason Mike's bringing that up is we were just recording for half an hour, but we weren't actually recording. So welcome back to another episode of the Briefcase in the Barn, a series of the Furiously Curious Show where we talk about business, life, Christianity, and more. At least we're more relaxed now.
Gary, has this ever happened to you? Like,
So we got Mike's friend Gary on. It's so weird repeating half of this stuff now.
man.
That I actually had that same thing with Eric Trump.
Okay.
I interviewed him. It was 6 o'clock in the morning, and I couldn't get in my studio at the time. I didn't have a studio at the time, and so I recorded for like half an hour with him and asked him about abortion and gay rights and all these other things. And I had the first 2 minutes. I lost the rest.
Oh man.
So that was a bummer. But anyways, yeah. So
So if you're watching this and you see Kyle keep looking at his little black box, it's because he wants to make sure it's still recording. That's why.
I've never had this. Oh man. But yeah, we were saying that and a couple episodes ago
Mm-hmm.
that we were talking about you and about what was that, biking? How you
Yeah.
were into biking,
Yeah.
and that Gary was going to get into biking as well because he has his Peloton at home, and that you were telling him, no, you probably shouldn't because you're busy enough and you should stay with your family, and the importance of having guys in your life that will be able to call you out on things like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And those conversations aren't always easy, right? Gary's he's not to overinflate his ego at all, but he's an important guy. And I was like, oh, how to have this conversation with him. And it had kind of like happened over the course of a couple months. Like I knew he had a Peloton. I was like, oh, this is good. It's been good for him. But one of the benefits of having one of those things in your basement is that you can jump on it whenever it works, right?
He bought it from me.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, you gave up on it.
No, I
Oh.
just needed like a year and a half ago. I needed some cash. I'm like, hey,
Oh.
Gary.
Okay, well, it sounds like he's putting a lot of miles on it.
Good,
Then.
yeah.
So anyway, he started talking about maybe getting into cycling. And I cycle with my son, Micah, who Gary is also very closely acquainted with. So at first I was like, oh, that'd be fun. And then, thinking about it, ran it, past my wife and stuff. And she's like, oh, I don't know if that's a great thing for Gary because they got a busy house, right? And Marie needs help with the kids and so on. So that was kind of eating at my conscience a little bit. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I was in this position once, like 15, 20 years ago when we had a young family and I was busy, like not with cycling then, but lots of other things. And I kind of never really dawned on me at the time. But then later in life, I was like, I was too busy like that. By the grace of God, everything went fine. But would have been good actually if somebody that I respected would have come up to me and said, hey, have you ever thought of like dropping this or not getting involved in this and just staying at home a bit more?
Yeah.
So that was good. We had a good conversation. Gary's pretty receptive to it, but yeah, it's not easy. Like it requires some humility and courage to go up to people and have those conversations. But that's the beauty of having mentors in your life. That's the beauty of having close friends.
Yeah. How 20 years ago, you're in your 20s, let's say there's someone listening in their 20s.
Well, 20 years ago, I was almost in my 30s, but
Okay.
yeah,
Still in your 20s.
yeah.
How do you go about finding a mentor? Like, because you wished you would have had someone speak into your life, but it's also, I think there was a responsibility to seek a mentor out too, right? Like, which is not comfortable, but if you want growth, if you want to be a good dad, husband, Christian, whatever, father.
Yeah. Well, when I think back to that time, I don't think I consciously thought, oh, I need to find a mentor. But we had just recently relocated from Chilliwack all the way to Surrey. So joined a new church there and it was a smaller church and there was a good group of couples actually that we got acquainted with pretty quickly. I had one a family there that was relatives of mine, so I had some cousins there, and just kind of fell into that group, and they were just great. It was just a great group of guys that, we did a lot of politicking together, partisan politics, a lot of election campaigning. We started the very first like ARPA Canada, like a chapter, not the very first, but the first one in that area, a chapter. So we would get involved in some municipal politics, and yeah, it was just a lot of busyness. We did Bible study together. We'd often go to the local pub for a drink after Bible study and kind of continue the Bible study there.
Yeah.
So I think what the best thing we can do to find a good mentor is just be vulnerable, be open with people, and then the ones that are receptive of that and are open with you, then you're like, okay, we're close now. Like we've shared intimate things with each other. We trust each other. We know that we're not going to just spread this information.
Have you ever had it where you were close to someone and they did break trust by sharing something that you didn't want shared or something else like that, and being burned in a way? Because you're really dealing with humans.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No, nothing. I mean, it's probably happened, but it might have been on such a minor scale that it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
No, not really. I don't have any recollections of that.
Fair enough, yeah. So I just realized that I didn't actually properly introduce you since I thought it was recording earlier, and since we started recording again. So Mike shooting from ARPA Canada, which I again forgot the acronym title, even though you explained it 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, so it stands for the Association for Reformed Political Action Canada.
Okay, yeah. So you were on an earlier episode of the Furiously Curious Show, and I'll put that the episode link in the description to that if you want to listen to that. But you said you had some good feedback to that episode?
Yeah, that was, I don't know, about 3-4 months ago, maybe even longer.
I think it was a year ago.
A year ago already. Wow.
Almost, yeah.
Okay. I remember it was one of the first,
maybe spring.
It was one of the first episodes that you had redone this studio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then it was probably like half a year ago. So
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. We talked about how I got involved with ARPA Canada. We talked about our family a bit, like losing a son, Marcus, to cancer. I think we talked about some of the social ills in society and what we can do as Christians to combat them, things like that.
Yeah.
I remember the hour and a half passed very quickly.
Yeah. I think that was before the election. Hey guys, if you enjoyed that episode and were blessed by it, would you be willing to support the show? That would help a lot in creating more content, improving the quality of the content, putting the production value, getting more guests on, and me being able to spend more time and energy towards it. So if you're interested in doing that, you can click up here and it'll take you to a support page. But you can also subscribe to the podcast by clicking over here and doing that. Thanks again for listening, and I'll catch you on the next one.